Rundown. I'm Brandon, Mr. Real Grundy, and this is the place where we're going to delve into the realms of anime, manga, and all things pop culture. We're delving into the heart-wrenching world of Seraph of the End, where death is a constant companion to our characters. Yeah, yeah. I don't want to play sad music right now, but it might end up coming in here. Okay, so Seraph of the End is like one of my favorite animes. There's a lot of death in it though, so I always tell people don't try to watch it unless you're ready, unless you're absolutely ready. So yeah, so it's a dark fantasy anime and manga series created by Takaya Kagami. Hope I didn't mess up his name. With the illustrations by Yamato Yamamoto and the storyboards by Daisuke Furuya. Yeah, I hope I didn't butcher anybody's name, but okay, we're gonna keep it going. Set in a world where a catastrophic event wipes out most of humanity, leaving only children under the age of 13 alive. I know, right? It's just like, what? Why they gotta be 13? It's always like a specific age for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's when everything just flips over. Who knows? I can't speak on it. But the series follows Yuichiro Hyakuya. Oh man, if I'm gonna be doing anime episodes, I'm gonna have to hear these names out loud. Oh my gosh. Woo! He's a young boy seeking revenge against vampires who subjugated humanity. Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. But I've actually watched this anime and it's really good. Again, the deaths in here are there's a lot of action, but the deaths are something else. Yeah. Whew. Again, this one of those anime. You can't just start with this anime if you've never watched anime. Nah. You got to start out with something a little softer. Yeah. Like Pokemon or something. But yeah, so throughout the series, death is a recurring theme as characters face perilous battles and make sacrifices for their ideals. Today, we're going to take a closer look at some of the most impactful deaths in Seraph of the End and what they mean for the story and its characters. Spoiler alert. Yeah. So if you haven't watched it yet, this is where you would turn off or mute for like 2 minutes. But yeah, there's gonna be some spoilers. I'm not gonna go past like the first episode, so I won't spoil the whole series for you. I got you covered. So yeah, I'm not gonna. Again, I've seen the whole anime, or I've seen everything that's out, and there's more than 5 episodes. So I'm not gonna go past the first episode just in case it messes with your experience if you hear about it. So this will be a spoiler alert for the first episode, though. So if you don't want it spoiled for you, this will be the time where you leave or mute. So if you are ready to hear about it, let's go. So basically, there's a group of orphans, and they are technically a family because they were at the orphanage together, right? Technically, yeah. So one of the older orphans actually like tries to befriend the vampires and get in good with them so he can take care of his family basically. And yeah, so basically the vampires have kind of like a familiar, where they get their blood specifically. So one of the older boys in this family, he gives his blood up so he can try to get extra food for his family or whatever, his technically adopted family. And one of the other older brothers, he hates the vampires, which I'm not against that because I don't hate anybody or anything. But I can see why he would hate them because they took everything from him after he had just gained stuff. So, like I said, that's one of the most shocking, and that's in the first episode, is what I'm about to talk about now. So, one of the older brothers befriends the vampires, or he thinks he does. So he gets like extra food and stuff like that for his family, and the other brother despises the vampires. So basically, they're always arguing about like why he spends so much time with them, why he hangs out with them, why he seems like he likes them. And, he tries to explain to him all the time, like, I'm doing this for us, and these are young kids. So it's kind of interesting, like, seeing that dynamic played out, where it's like younger kids that are super advanced. I'll just say that. And, yeah, they get to a point where he is the other brother that doesn't like vampires. He's just like, he gets angry a lot. So the brother who's cool with the vampires is always like joyful. He always tries to like liven up the mood and stuff. And the brother who hates it's just like gloomy all the time. And they come up with this plan to basically escape because there's still a world. The vampires mostly live underground, I guess. Yeah. So they come up with this plan to escape. The brother who befriends the vampires, he's like, I'll steal this map, and then we can leave, we can get out of here, we can get the whole family and go, and we can try to survive out in what's left of the world or whatever. So he steals the map, they get together and then they come up with the plan and they're leaving, and they find out that the vampire who he befriended actually set it up as entertainment to see how far they could get. So, yeah, this is where it gets real. So, if you're not ready for it, put your earmuffs on, okay? Like, yeah, because it's going to get real. So, basically, and the brother who befriends, I'm trying to actually get their names down. I'll just keep it like it is. Yeah, the brother who befriends the vampires, he comes like face to face with the vampire, and he's like, so what's going on? And the vampire explains to him, like, yeah, we get bored and we want something to do. So, we entertain ourselves with humans. And, the brother that hates vampires is just like, what? And he tells me, he's like, yeah, I put the map where you could get it. Yeah, I put the gun where you could get it. He was like, but hey, the great thing is, this is where it gets fun. The map was real. So if you were following the map, it'll eventually lead you out. I was just like, man. So he actually gave him the real, okay, I guess so. He does have some sense of fairness, I guess, if you want to call it fair. But, yeah, you got to remember, so they're the older ones, so the rest of their family is younger kids. And the vampire looks at him, he's like, yeah, if you want to leave, just make it out the door. Or no, he said, just head that way and you can leave. So he says the best part of the entertainment is watching the emotional, like, uprise and then downfall. So he wants them to experience like this extreme hurt. And he starts killing them off one by one. And he's leaving the older brothers for last, both of them. So he's like using his increased speed and stuff to like get to the other family members, because the brothers told him to run and they were going to try to use the gun on him. But yeah, again, Seraph of the End is a great anime. Like I said, it's kind of deep, kind of dark, but it's a good anime. And the biggest thing for me is just like not the depths, but the depth of relationships in the anime. I'm talking about. There's some parts where I'm just like, you're just gonna kill them off like that. But again, the story progresses really well, and after the first episode, it kind of slows down a little bit, and it's more of you getting to see what life is like, not underground. I'll just say that. Basically, it's a great watch for anime watchers. If you want something new, because there's always so much fighting and so much death and so much of this and so much of that. It has a good mix. It has a really good mix. Like there's a lot of character growth. You always got that cocky main character that wants to destroy something without having any power. So it's great seeing the growth in the anime. But again, the depths on there, man, it's kind of like a rap song, If you disrespect, ain't no coming back. I think that was Mr. Lucci or Mr. Pookie. It was one of those guys from Texas. But yeah, I'm just like, man. But yeah, go watch Seraph of the End, or Seraph of the End, how you want to say it. It's a good anime. Not too long. They didn't finish it, but it is a good anime. Like if you read the manga, you'll get a little bit farther, and it's a good show. It's not the best show, but it's a great show. It's great. Again, there's so much character growth in it. Like everybody gets their moment after the first episode, and they tell both sides of the story, so you get to see it from the human side, and you get to see it from the vampire side. So, again, thanks for tuning in to Mr. For Real's Rundown, and you have a great day. Appreciate ya.